Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Turn with us to Channel 4 this week in a series of bleaker and blacker Twilight Zone episodes as we take a hard look at humanity, staring right back at us through the cosmic black crit mirror. This is your lack of a Rod Sterling host figure and GM Patrick here, and joining me this week are walking dystopian nightmare denizens and your player twos. To my far left, imagine if technology got all gobbledygoo. It's Jabert jabbering away as Jamfram.
Hey, I'm getting gobbledy.
Your
Gobble wobbles.
Your iPhone's evil. Across the digital table from me, what if life was all just a simulation? How terrifying would that be? It's Miles, making believe is redacted.
Good evening.
To my right, what if you had a cell phone installed in your brain? Ooh, it's Tyler talking to Brady here.
Oh, hello there.
To my immediate left, an episode all about how evil video games are. It's Drew dying to play Silix Thel.
That's not one of these I've seen.
Well, there's like a Star Trek one. That's basically it. And across from him, a what if scenario about not being able to trust the government, but we are the people. It's none other than Rebecca rolling with Asher and Skye.
Hello. I assume you're talking about Twilight Zone. No,
Nope.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Yeah.
But I had a tidbit about Twilight Zone because I discovered today that you can listen to the entirety of the soundtrack of Tower of Terror on Apple Music. So
What? That's awesome.
you're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love Tower Terror so much.
I've not watched
Me too,
a lot
it's
of
my favorite.
Me too.
I've not watched a lot of Black Mirror, but I've been very unimpressed with everything Black Mirror I've seen. Maybe because I'm an old school Twilight Zone fan.
It's
a good series.
a good series. It can be a
It's
mixed
good.
bag, but when it's good, it's really good. I like San Junipero was so good. It's
I
one of my
think we
favorites.
watched like the first season and then fell off of it.
You watched more of it than I did. I feel like I've really only seen the scene with the one with Daniel Kaluuya and the bicycles and the weird
Oh yeah.
cube. Then
The only one that I remember was the one where they made the prime minister.
Make love to a pig.
The pig.
Make
Yeah,
love
I
to
was
that sweet
disappointed
pig.
Pig didn't make an appearance in this intro.
Well, that's a what if scenario of not being able to trust the government. You can't trust the government because they'll lie to you about whether or not you can believe that he's having actual lovemaking with the pig. I don't know, man. I
don't know.
I definitely have seen that
Real.
episode and not enjoyed it.
No, it's not a good episode, but there's some really stellar episodes of Black Mirror.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
rather
just
watch
been.
Love, Death, Robots if I'm like,
Oh yeah, there's a good series, but it does fall into the same traps of like, oh wow, these have been done a few times.
Sure.
But
Sometimes
they
Love,
look
Death,
beautiful.
Robots falls into the trap of like, I'm like, this is a tech demo. I don't even know how much of a story this is. This is just
Yeah,
look how
yeah.
pretty we can make something, and I'm like, I love it. I'm all here for it. But
Kind of fine with that. Are you guys ready to jump back into season 5 of Cosmic Crit?
I hope so.
Incorrect. We got to talk about what happened last time on Cosmic Crit first. Rebecca, you fell right into my trap. Oh, it was a rhetorical question. And the answer was no. Last time on Cosmic Crit, you all got a good dose of STL, Swarm Thresher Lord, as the huge creature slashed at you all with its blade squall ability. After the destruction of the Space Walker, it managed to also damage and disarm Jamfram. But the party fought back hard and managed to take the walking tank out. After the battle, you all explored the southwest node of the station and found what looks like a breeding chamber of the swarm with large milk-filled egg sacs. These said sacs all bore the same Karakande tiger stripe insignia of Asher's Skye, which you all determined was to keep the swarm safe from negative energy. Well, what's wrong with that last time on?
I got one.
Yeah,
It's a survey walker, not a space walker.
you know what I meant.
No,
Miles
it's
is
not,
out.
it's not a space walker.
Well, it wasn't a space wagon either, but that's what we called it.
Nope, it's a survey walker, my friend.
Anyone else? Okay.
it was the
I
northwest,
have
not
one.
the southwest, right?
That is correct. Try sneaking
I
a
know.
cardinal direction on you.
I think that it's actually the Swarm Thresher Lord ability is not Blade Squall, but Blade Storm.
Tyler definitely Googled it, but that's fine. That is correct.
I did not.
Look at him
I remembered
typing
it.
away.
I remembered it specifically because of a World of Warcraft boss that used an ability called Bone Storm.
Yeah.
And every time he would do it,
I only remembered it because he's attacked us with Thresher Lords like 1,000 times.
Oh, they're a classic, baby. They're a classic. One more.
I think that it did not disarm me. I think I did that all by myself. I think I rolled a natural 1 and then had like a super duper bad thing.
Was it a crit on you or was it a crit fail? Because I think
it was a crit fail because it was Butterfingers, wasn't it? Butterfingers.
I think it was Butterfingers. Yeah,
the thing.
that was my recollection. But
let's hear what Rebecca has to say because I'm not
she
sure.
might have a better one. Yeah.
I was going to say maybe this is nitpicking, or I may have misunderstood. Not the first time that's happened, but they were not milk filled; they were acid filled.
It's not nitpicking at all. Milk is not acidic. It's basic. That is also correct. And you basically
milk is basic. If you're a
basically
milk
gotten-
drinker, you are also basic.
like 3.5, 4 of these, if we're counting Jaberts and Miles as a half each. So way to go. The only other thing on here was and I've pulled this shenanigans on you before. It was not a huge creature. The Thresher Lord is just large. It's like 13 feet tall. And the other thing is the blade was broken before the walker was destroyed.
I would have tried to use the walker on him because of the size of the figure on the map. I assumed that he was huge as well.
No, it was large size. Yeah,
He's
I mean, bigger than us, but
He's 2x2.
Well, I mean, but that matters for the walker.
yeah.
All right, so we are back into it, and indeed, when we last left off, you all heard a bellowing scream coming from deeper within the swarm platform. And as you guys turn around, you see a large, lumbering loaf coming at you. Let's start off by rolling into the initiative turn order.
Sorry, a loaf or an oaf?
A loaf, big ol'. I was just trying to be alliterative. You don't have to call me out on it, Chipper.
Oh, I see.
He's a loathsome.
I was thinking that maybe you were like we were being attacked by like a loaf of bread.
Sourdough starter.
You would love that, wouldn't you?
It'd be like a really hysterical ooze creature, and like, but you gotta like you make it stop moving by doing fire damage on it. Oh, that's not a loaf of bread at all.
Here's what this guy
like
looks
that.
like. This fun lunk. How about we call him a lunk?
Yeah. If you open the oven and that's what comes out, you have very much gone off recipe.
Yeah.
Look,
Yep.
Tyler,
You're
2020, a lot
not
of things
gonna-
happened, okay? A lot of things happened in 2020, and we don't have to talk about all of them.
It looks like when Master Shake put the brownies in
Yes,
the cloner.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's got a couple of scythe-like fingers, but it is a 12-foot tall, kind of emaciated, backwards bent purple swarm form who does
This is the Pillsbury Doughboy from hell.
yeah, it's from a place you probably don't want to visit. And indeed, I got to roll its initiative. That's something I got to do. We've got some pretty bad initiative rolls so far, and one very good one. I'll let the audiences guess who rolled very well to start off. Oh, okay, and I'm probably going last here. I've rolled a 1. Good. That's what I wanted to do. Lull you into a false sense of security.
Jabert, are you not in the turn order?
Oh, did I not? I thought I had myself selected.
Jabber didn't roll inside. Color inside the lines. We got a 20, so you're not going first. 'Cause that lies with Rebecca, Asher, and Skye.
The
is up
operative. What a surprise.
Hey, you also rolled a 16. Pretty good
It helps.
roll.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Okay. So, can I try to identify this thing? Do I know anything about this kind of swarm? Can I recognize any of its tattoos, perhaps?
It's coming right at you. You don't see its its back side to where you might be able to see where it has the markings or not. But you can make a roll, and I can tell you if you can figure anything out just by looking at this thing.
Life science?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that's terrible. I rolled a 4, so 12.
This is definitely a member of the swarm coming at you. It's a large monster, but you're not sure what it be.
All right. Okay. I am going to shoot at it.
Shoot first.
I will move.
Ask questions
Let's see, I
later.
need to be 40 feet, ideally.
Okay.
I'll move forward a bit. Where can I move? Can I move like
about 50, 60 feet away from it right now?
Can I move to like right here?
Sorry. Yes. Yeah. So hugging the northernmost wall of the baby chamber.
Trying to stay where I can duck into cover if necessary. Here we go. 8 or lower on the trick and a 23 to attack.
Let's see here. Oh boy, we have got a fail on the trick. And what is this? 23 on the attack. That is a hit on the attack.
Okay. 5 sonic damage. Yay.
Starting off a little low, but it's fine. Points on board. Nothing special against Sonic here, so that'll take us to Jamfram next in the turn order.
Oh boy. Oh gosh, they're always so far away. They're always so far away.
Yeah, sometimes you wish I go first. Just move on up.
So far. I can't even make it there in 2 move actions. I'm so slow. I guess I'll just delay until after it goes. I'll delay my turn.
All right, it's going to drop you down this turn order here. And that is going to take us to Zilixel, Drew.
I am going to go and kind of stand right here, sort of behind this little wall.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little peek out. And can I do a life science?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
24.
That is not enough to
right,
identify
and then
this creature.
I'm going to defensively. I'm just going to chill.
Okay. Radier. How's it going?
Check a range. It's close range. 25 feet plus 5 feet every 2 levels, which means I'm currently at... what am I currently at for close? 45 feet. Let's see how far this thing away is from prey deer. It's a ways away. It's 60 feet. That's not great. I need to get within 45 feet so I can cast a spell against it. Oh, and look at that. I can stand right next to Asher and Skye. And we're gonna cast Wisp Ally.
A classic. A Prey classic.
How much time has passed between the last combat and this combat?
I think you only did a short rest, so maybe 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then Communal Bond, which is for all of my players, is the big yellow circle. You have to be inside that circle to get the effects of Communal Bond, which is really mostly going to affect whoever goes directly after me attacking the creature. But you do get some bonuses to fear effects as well if you're in there. So that is still going.
All right, maybe good thing that you waited, Jibert, because this guy is going to move forward, and
I didn't go.
Never mind. Redacted. Sorry, I did roll a 1, and hold on, let me just double check that 1 isn't beating you. I just assumed.
Okay. I just saw it was below me on the turn order.
You are going first. Sorry, Miles. Go right ahead.
No, you're fine. I'm going to move up just a
I'm sorry. This is a large creature. I just resized it incorrectly.
And I'm going to take a shot at it with my laser rifle.
+3.
Pretty sure it's not a laser rifle, but yes, your gun.
Or accelerator rifle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean.
Well, I do.
All guns are laser rifles, and all weapons are long swords.
Shut up.
We got a good KAC hit, 18, and that is how much damage?
6 points damage.
All right. What was it like to be on Asher and Skye's level? You've beaten them in damage so far. Okay, so that will take us to its turn, and it is going to move forward. Can cast this spell, right? Yes. Moves forward in the midst of Asher and Skye, Pradier, and Zilix, and you see this thing's big old scythe-like tentacled appendages kind of like raising up in the air. You see it swirling its hands around, casting a mind-affecting spell. Its brain kind of pulses as it sends out a wave of energy, and I need the three of you to make a will save. Asher and Skye, Pradier, and Zilix. Whoa, Rebecca, it's almost a 1.
Patrick, I want you to know how little I appreciate this.
Oh, well, it's a good thing that you're the only one affected by it, it looks like, Drew, with a...
Tyler, I think this outcropping that we're under, it must be lucky. Got a 19 and a 20.
Does anybody else mind if I use the episode reroll for this?
I don't know. Can you look at the script and see how good your rolls are for the rest of the episode? That kind of determines on whether I think this is worth it. Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna roll worse. I know.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Slightly
16
better.
on the dice.
Probably still a failure though.
It is still indeed a failure. Yeah. Oh, it's a shame. And it is maximum roundage. The duration of stun. The effect stun, as this was a synaptic pulse. Oh wait, no. This is not greater synaptic pulse. You are just stunned right now. No roll needed, and that'll take us to Jamfram's turn.
All right.
Oh wait, hold on. Do they have another ability that I'm missing? No, this doesn't. Nope. You're all set, Jamfram. Sorry.
All right. I'm going to charge. I think I'm going to do it. Move double your speed. Then I need to do it because they got those short little stubby legs. Yarg!
Charge does provoke attack of opportunities.
Yes.
Yes. This is not all swarm are kind of melee, but this is a magic user melee, so I imagine
less
not as effective as the swarm thresher lord. But I don't know. We'll see. What is your armor class?
Let's see.
While charging.
With a charge, is it? Let's see. So you only take the AC penalty after you make the attack. So
Interesting.
yeah, attacking on a charge after moving, you can make a single melee attack. You take a -2 penalty to the attack roll and a -2 penalty to your AC. So it's attacking me before I actually take the penalty. So
isn't it fun to learn stuff about Starfinder 7 years later? Isn't it so much fun? Okay, well, what is your armor class?
30 is my KAC.
Okay, yeah, it comes down hard on you, but it bounces right off your shield. Armored hide. I've rolled a 12 on the dice. Not going to do it. Go ahead and make your attack.
So -2. Whoop. Hey,
super hit.
Super hit.
Not a crit, but a super hit.
Yeah. I don't think I ever put a critical effect on this thing, so
I don't know. It says notes. Destructive, defending, holy, penetrating.
It's got a lot of stuff, but none of those give it a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So 22 points of damage.
All right. Yeah. You cut into this thing's hide, and it's pretty well armored, but you can tell this is not as combative focused as your friend, the Swarm Thresher Lord, whatever this thing be. That is going to be turn 1, and Asher and Skye, we're back to you with turn 2.
All right. I'm going to jump back a ways.
Oh.
And, sorry?
Go right ahead.
And shoot at it from there. I think I still have a clear shot, so. CR 11 or lower on the trick and 18 to attack.
You probably even want it the other way. It's tricked, but missed. That.
Lame.
But missed. So CR 11 or lower is going to do it, but 6 on the dice. Not. Drew, you are stunned, good sir. What would you like to do for your standard action?
I don't. According to the card,
oh no, you
don't
don't.
act at all.
No, this is the bad one.
So,
that's staggered. I'm thinking of.
I'm just for 4 turns. I am doing nothing. So
no, I thought that it had greater synaptic pulse. This is just regular, so it is
so
just a turn.
A turn.
Yeah, but if you drop your gun, does it despawn? Does it?
I don't have a gun out because I am in my Swarm Strike form.
Oh right, you are in like defensive mode. Okay, yep. Drop, and that will take us to Pradier.
I will hold until after the big bad creature goes.
Crazy talk. Redacted.
All right. I think Redacted is just going to take another shot. My roll 20 is being super slow. Like the 3D dice are rolling in slow motion. It's really off-putting.
To add to the cinema of the whole experience.
Close it down and load it back up. And
I just did.
No,
I rolled for initiative. What am I doing?
Yeah, you rolled the exact same initiative.
Did you want to see how fast roll 20 was? So you made it roll for initiative.
All right, here we
We're
go.
fighting. Roll 20. All right, another hit here. A 16 on the dice.
And still minimum damage.
You got a straight shot for this guy. All right, I mean, just as long as you guys are chipping away, it's probably for the best. That will take us to its turn, and I've got to figure out all the fun stuff it can do. Thought synaptic pulse would be a fun one, but not when you roll 19s and 20s. It's not at all. All right, well, I mean, it's got this ability. It is going to use it. It's going to guarded step back away from the jam man. We're just going to do a simple mind thrust in your direction, Jamfram. So a will save. Is that what's going on with mind thrust?
A worst save. 15 is what I rolled.
Total would be a fail. That means just the old 2d10 mental damage. Right, 13 points. As this thing gets in your mind, you feel the veins on the side of your head beginning to throb as blood rushes around, threatening to burst, threatening capillaries, straining. You need the ibuprofen. You need the Tylenol. Now, does this ability? Yes. All right. So now it's going to use its ability called Remote Pulse. As a reaction, when a creature fails its save against this ability, it's going to synaptic pulse just you.
Mm-hmm. Fine.
No, it is going to use synaptic pulse spell-like ability, centering the effect on the target of the mind thrust. So that means, I'm sorry, Drew, I need you and Pradier also to make another will save.
I think I have another natural 20 for the will save, Amy.
Oh, you're probably fine. Drew's just not going to get to play.
Yeah, Drew's out.
Well, you rolled pretty well. Rolled pretty well, Drew's. Not pretty well, as it looks, fortunately. Not pretty well. And give me...
We have found Zilix's heel, Achilles' heel.
Give me
Will
one
save.
jam from.
Oh, right. This is a will save, you said?
Yes.
Boo. Boo hiss.
Oh, it was
So
close to a
close.
22. All right, so Zilix and Jamfram, you see, just kind of shut down. Clank, clank, clank. The sword falls to the ground as well here. Maybe I will make it out of this alive. I don't know if I can keep shutting folks down. That will take us to... We're bypassing Jamfram to...
Well, I'm going to hop in front of Jamfram,
Oh,
technically.
in front. Okay, that is fine. Yes. Pradier.
All I'm going to do is use a mystic ability called Sow Doubt. I have to spend a resolve point to do this, and you
Don't speak.
make a
Know just what you're casting.
will save.
So down to be.
To DC 19, I believe.
Will save?
Will save.
Oh,
Fine.
and I should mention on its turn it also heals up a little bit of damage. Yeah, you see it healing up. I don't think. What is the DC? I'm sorry, Tyler.
19.
Will. It's got to be its best, right? Yes. I've rolled a 10. That is a success. So any effect on a succeed?
The duration is just 1 round, so
Okay.
you are flat-footed.
Oh no. Don't like that. Jamfram is stunned. Asher and Skye, we're on to you. It is flat-footed. There is a wisp ally still effect going on it.
Plus 3.
Plus 3 to
Oh no.
The next attack against it,
attack. Okay.
and it's flat-footed.
Be a great time for you to roll a natural one, Rebecca, if you wanted to read pop that script open real quick. Season
All right,
5
let's see
script.
what happens. All right. It's a 21 or lower on the trick and a 20 plus 5. Is that what I'm hearing?
Pretty much, yeah. That is a trick and a hit.
Awesome. Love to see it. Not great damage, though. I've done better, but 26.
Most damage it's taken so far. So, alrighty, big hit from the back of the party. This thing like kind of narrows its eyes and looks in your direction across the baby making chamber. You got these acid sacs right under you, and it looks incensed that you are fighting so close to the babies.
When you described that, it made me think of Romeo and Juliet. We just saw each other across the room.
And they were underneath fleshy egg sacs, acid-filled sacs. I don't remember that
Very
in
romantic.
the Baz Luhrmann version.
It's subtext in the original folio. But
The acid-filled egg sacs are implied if you read the lighting. Okay, we've got another turn of Zilix-Thel, arms at his side, slack-jawed, unable to do anything except some fun mental actions. What's Zilix thinking about as you're getting your brain scanned by this thing?
Sparkles.
Sparkly.
That's a good thought.
Sparkles. Okay, Redacted, we are on to you. Wisely towards the back of the room here, outside the range of this synaptic pulse wave I've got going on.
All right. Let's shoot at it again.
Ooh, that will not do.
Nope.
Still near minimum damage, but
I'm rolling nothing but garbage in that department.
3 on the dice, miss, and we're back to its turn. And I don't want to, but I must just keep blasting you guys with this ability because it's so good. Let me see its other ability here. Oh, ooh. Okay, well, that's also fun, but I have to grapple someone first, so probably not gonna happen. Probably not. We're gonna do this one because this will affect an evil elf who's trying to kill me.
Hashtag not an elf.
Hashtag close enough. Elf.
You did this to me.
Still will save, so probably not
Yeah, don't do that.
gonna work. Probably.
I have way too many things that revolve around will saves.
And I don't think I can cast this one on you, which is a fortitude-ish spell, I'm pretty sure, but does it actually do anything? Not, you might have to get thrusted. Yeah. This will potentially keep the stun train rolling, but it might allow Drew to take a turn this combat because the mind thrust is going to go to Pradier. So you're within range, but Pradier, I need you to make a will save, which is your best. Oh, but you were very kind to me and you failed. Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, except I haven't. So
Okay.
as you
rolled
as
a
the
3.
failure occurs, I simply shunt the this is because it's mind affecting.
Mm-hmm.
I just shunt the mind affecting effect into a separate personality, and I'm unaffected by the spell.
What personality is getting mind thrusted instead?
So this is the spell Mind of 3, which I pretty much always have up because it lasts
Daily
hours
spell.
per level. It's, so you actually have the different personas of consciousness. This one, we'll call it the persona that is more closely, it's my keeps cool during the bad times persona. That guy's gone. We don't need him.
Okay. Let me see if I can still do his secondary ability. So you do fail the saving throw. So that does go through. But you are unaffected by the fail. So no, I don't think any damage goes through, like even if you had saved, but it does still count as a fail, which I think will trigger its ability.
Yeah, it does say when you fail. So I feel like if that
When a
happens,
creature fails its save. All right, so that'll be another round of the Synaptic Pulse. This time, instead of Zilix-Thel, it will be Asher and Skye, Pradier, and Jamfram. Go right ahead and make me another save. Pradier, good. Asher and Skye. Ooh, Asher and Skye have failed. Jamfram, good. 17 on the dice. So you indeed do drop your weapons, Rebecca, and go slack-jawed as we go on to Pradier, your turn. Back to you.
I am going to... Can I go over to Jamfram's sword and hand it to him?
If you want to take your actions, yeah.
What would that do for his action economy on his turn?
Did you have your shield out?
I usually do. I have like a sword in one hand, my shield in the other.
It would give him, his sword back.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
All right.
And a half.
Jamfram, your sword! You need this, buddy! Get in there!
Oh, my what? My who? Where am I?
It's okay, big purple thing. Go slash. I got your back.
Jamprum, that means we're back to you.
Oh, yeah, that means it's back to me. All right. I got my sword in my hand, and I look at my sword, and I look at Pradier, and then I look at this thing, and I go, yeah.
I was getting a little worried because I have purple on my clothes as well, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I might have poorly worded the assignment here."
All right.
This time I just walk forward. I don't have to run at full tilt. So
This will still trigger an attack of opportunity, and because it's no longer flat-footed, right, Tyler?
Now I'm gonna have to do so down again in order for you to be flat-footed. So it's just the +3 for him. Fortunately, you do not become immune to so down.
Well, no, actually, Rebecca did hit it this turn, so it would be flat-footed from that ability still. It's just been a long turn because I took an hour looking through its mini abilities. So go ahead and make your.
I'll include
attack.
that. I'll include that +3 in my roll, and 23 to hit.
It is flat-footed, so that is a hit against.
Oh my
Cack.
goodness! Nice
Team effort.
for 23 points of slashing.
Alrighty. Asher and Skye stunned at the top of turn 3. Zilix, though, you got your groove back, baby. What do you want to do, Drew?
All right, I wanna move through its space, especially now that it's flat-footed.
Okay, well that was last turn. It's got
well.
it's got its groove back too now.
Well, we're gonna do it anyway.
Do you have? How can you move through its space? How can you do?
Oh,
How can you do
I can.
How do you do that in
acrobatics.
this game?
That voodoo that you.
Oh, you want to attempt to try to acrobatics is what you're saying. Okay. Okay, you just moved your token like it was a done deal.
It's a done.
Okay. All right.
Oh, Drew. Oh, Drew. Why would you do that?
I mean, regardless, you're probably going to take an opportunity because just moving through its abilities first here. But let's see. Tumbling through. No, didn't have it last turn.
Oh, right. Because
Boy, it's so high. Go right ahead, Drew. Roll the acrobatics.
All right, I get a +2 to this.
Oh, okay. Well, then. Oh, my God.
33.
Oh, my God. Oh, please let this still not be enough. Wait, is that.
35. Sorry.
Oh. So it's 20 plus 1.5 the opponent's CR, which is a large number, oftentimes pretty large. But you're not gonna believe this. The number is 34.
Yes.
to not.
holy moly, Drew.
Wow.
I shouldn't have stunned him for 2 turns. He was building up all that chi.
He's holding into that Kamehameha or whatever.
Okay.
It would be really unfortunate if you followed this up with,
Don't say it, Tyler. Don't say it, Tyler.
So
Don't you say it.
So I will say, technically, if we wanted to play technical by the rules, when you move through threatened spaces of an opponent, you have to make a check for each space and move through multiple threatened spaces or opponent spaces. You must see a check for each space, which means you do have to make 2 because he is large.
See, this is.
Never mind.
This is not fun.
Drew,
job,
what you got?
Drew.
What you got going on here? You got another? All you need is a
See,
19.
I only
This
moved.
game is such a tease.
I only moved through this space right here, and then I went around him.
What's your movement speed? Drew's like, I want to
It's so
fight
funny
so
'cause
bad.
In PF2E, moving through somebody's space is like nothing. It's
Yeah.
I can't
was
believe it's so hard in this
sure
game.
He was going to do it. I was like, are you sure? Look, I'll just roll it again.
Yeah, Drew.
Yeah,
You got it. It's fine.
you're going to do it. You're going to be amazing, Drew. Oh, no, you're not amazing, Drew.
Do you have a level reroll?
It's...
I think this is the moment.
Drew got his level 8 reroll. No one's telling him not to do it.
For the memes, Drew. Do it for
But you'd have to get a 19 or a
I have to
20
get a 19
to.
or a- so
Yeah.
it's-
You have a 10% chance of doing the coolest thing ever.
Do it.
10% chance. 10% chance. Norse Foundry Dice reroll.
I'm gonna take my hit and then go home.
You don't move through his square at all if you fail this.
And I guess
so.
I have to, don't I?
Yeah, you don't, but
Yay! Everything's on the line for a 10% chance.
oh, it's almost a 1 too. Oh, that's gonna
Book half reroll.
All right.
No.
So do I just make it here? Is that what I do?
You're right next to Jamfram and AOO. Take
All
an
right.
opportunity.
Yeah. All right. AOO, and then let me hit you.
What is your KAC?
22.
Okay, I've rolled a hit, and we can see a little bit of its claw damage for the first time. 21 points of slashing damage. So that stops your movement there, and you do have a standard action. What would you like to do?
Oh, we're gonna swarm strike.
Oh, yeah. No bonuses currently on it. It's all you, all Drew.
That was a 19, and then it just bounced off the edge. But now it's just a 19.
Miss and redacted. We are back to you.
All right.
We bullied Drew into using multiple rerolls this episode.
So
Fully-
I'm so angry.
Fully bullied. If you had done it, it would have been the coolest thing ever, but it would have been also funny.
Would have
if you
been.
had gotten to the flanking position with all that effort and then still rolled a 5 on the attack time.
Take a shot. Just being boring. It's 21.
Against CAC, that is a miss. We're back to this creature's turn. I think it's got it seems like this is a cool ability, but I don't think it is. Has a gross ability called strip flesh. I would love to strip some flesh, but it almost requires me to grapple you first. Yeah, it'll take a step back, and it's going to target one of our dangerous frontline fighters here. Dice. Drew, make me a will save.
Just put me out of this combat. It's fine.
I hate to
Honestly, my
focus on
question is, I only have a +3 to will. Is there any chance that I could actually succeed against this?
I mean, yes. And there it is. 19 on the dice.
Oh, okay.
Well, look how easy that was.
I'm glad.
Just do that.
What did I
Great.
cast? Is there any? Just do that.
Just do that.
Do it every roll for the rest of the podcast, and
God, it's so easy.
you'll win the game. Oh boy!
Did you guys tell me that's all I had to do before?
Keep those rolls up when we play the Star Trek RPG for Klingons or what have you. This was a will negate. Is there anything on a success? Nope. This is just full save or suck. This was hold person is trying to lock you down for the rest of the combat. You were right here. We're on to you.
I think we have to try and sow more doubt. I think that's what I'm going to move, so I'm not 10 feet away from the frontliners. So I think is that the range on the Synaptic Pulse special ability off?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a burst.
And yeah, we'll just use DC 19 will save so doubt again.
Sorry, I'm not home right now. Leave a message and I'll call you back. So doubt's the band's name. The joke is from the 90s and Tyler's too young.
I know this song. I know this band.
If you did, you wouldn't be throwing around sewed out so cavalier.
Patrick, it's all your fault. I screened my phone call.
I'm sorry, Tyler. I was definitely deep into my singing there. Did you say you were casting something?
So doubt. Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I had to make a save.
To make a will save DC 19.
All right, well, I didn't really gather that. I've rolled a 13 and I've rolled save.
All right, then it's a duration of 1 round. You're flat-footed again.
That takes us to Jamfram.
Oh, it's me. It's me turns. I'm going to take about a 5-foot step. Stepping forward. I'm stepping up. Do I have any of those sweet modifiers this time? Or is it just doing
You have everything.
Flat-footed plus
Yeah.
3.
Oh, I love it. 34 to hit.
Yes,
You
that
did
is
not-
very,
You did not need it.
very much a hit.
29 damage slashing. I said, "God, get into my sword. It's like the magic sword or something, probably." Bah!
Okay, that is enough to bloody this swarm mind caster. First time it's been in that state thus far, even though you see its wounds stitching up. No one has figured out what this thing be, what its abilities are, and it's still hammering home as we go to turn 4. And Asher and Skye, you've got your wits back about you, Rebecca. What
All
would you
right.
like?
Yeah, I'm just going to act normally. I had something I could do, but I'm not going to. Here we go.
Here we go.
Not a
Ooh.
trick. 28 on the attack, though.
Yes, very much a hit.
So 12
So-
damage.
And this is sonic damage, as you said before.
Yep.
Okay. All right. A little bit more onto it. Drew, we're on to you.
Okay, so there's a little tiny corner at the bottom left of this thing. If I climb this wall, I'm an unflappable climber and get no minuses to climbing, can I get around to the other side of this without triggering another roll or attack of opportunity?
There's enough space to move around it without moving through its space. You will have to roll for the spaces to not provoke if you want. If you don't care about provoking, you can just move and it will attack you, but I don't believe the movement stops you or I don't believe the attack stops your movement. Oh boy, it feels like forever since we played Starfinder, and it was 13 days ago or something close to that, or no,
it's last week.
10 days ago. Yeah, but we were playing later in the week. All right, attack of opportunity on Zilixthel. 17 on the dice, another hit. Oh, very minimum damage. Drew don't care. About 16 points of slashing damage. Is there a reason you really want to flank right now?
I'm melee, and it's just going to help.
Okay, well, it is flat. Oh no, it's flat-footed. Tyler, speak up. Take that hit points back. We keep forgetting his ability even on
yes,
save.
That was 16.
Yeah.
Patrick, I'm looking at flashcards right now. I need you to handle the status conditions.
Oh, okay, good point. I usually do with Roll20's little skull icon. Okay, it is flat-footed. On Tyler's turn, go ahead and make your attack, Drew.
Sweet. All right. Do another swarm strike.
9 on
So
the
it's a
dice.
25 with flanking.
That is a hit.
16 points.
Okay. Okay. All right. Ooh, it's looking real beat up as we go on to Redacted's turn, Miles.
All right.
Beat up.
Well, gonna just do what Redacted's been doing. Just taking shots at it. 24 to hit.
Against flat-footed, that is a hit, but oh boy.
Terrible damage.
Bad damage once more. Once more, as we get to its turn, it's going to heal up some of this damage, and it's got Zilix on one side and Jamfram on the other. There's no stepping away from you folks right now, which is another probably good reason to try and
I also
corner it.
figured if one of us, if you wanted to use your little stun ability, you'd have to go one direction or the other, and so at least one of us would still be able to be in the fight.
No, its range would hit you both, but it is going to step back. Actually, which way is it going to step? I'm gonna roll random again to see who's it's thrusting. It is thrusting Drew, or I should say Zilix. So it is going to step away from you and start casting, which will provoke an attack of opportunity from Jamfram. You see it looking like it's about to throw another mind thrust at your friend's legs. Don't do it! I say, chop him in the leg. Yeah, that is a full-on chop, which cleaves right through its head. It is dead, and we're out of combat.
Yeah, the Choppinators.
I had to roll the dice and see if it could survive this attack. If it could survive, maybe it could shut down both of you guys for another turn, but that is it. As it the head of this loaf rolls down the hallway here. Indeed, there's some psychic screams that seem to still emanate from it as the body kind of twitches a bit. But we are out of combat.
Booyah.
Loaf twitching.
All right, can we sleep for the day now? Can we take an 8-hour nap?
There is an immediate call from Midnight Squad as this battle ends.
Gosh, darn it.
Their timing is impeccable.
Okay, 1 minute later, there is a call from Midnight Squad. Trest over comm say, Viridian colonists, we need your weapons fire. We're in the central ventricle of the station and requesting assistance. We've got problems on our hands here. Oh, we got problems. What would you guys like to do?
Let's see. We got any of those Is med patches a thing, or is that's second? That's Starfinder update or updates.
Second edition. Did you? Is anyone in HP damage?
That's a fair point.
No.
I'm not in HP
Surprisingly-
damage, so I don't know. Should we rush on? They sound like they need our help. They sound like they're completely incompetent. It's almost like they haven't played in like 3 years or something.
Aren't they like level 18 or something?
But they need our help though. That's the thing. Main character powers activate.
Current season powers activate. It's up to you guys. If you need to take a rest, you can. But they sound like they're in like over the comms, and from a very short distance now, you do hear the sound of gunfire, but it sounds echoing kind of far away.
Does that
Should
mean
be-
that it sounds like Echo is firing, or
It sounds echoey, so it's like no, it should be fairly close. It sounded like you were getting closer to it, but for some reason all the fire sounds hollow, not holographic, but like sleepy hollow.
Tyler, do you have a gun?
No,
You don't? Do you
What about
want
right
a
here?
gun?
absolutely not.
So okay.
Yep.
So
Is
if
there- do you
Asher
have a-
offered
there a question?
their gun, you would not take it.
Praetor would be like, "Oh, the last time I fired a gun, I injured 3 people. So I appreciate that, but it is a extremely bad idea for me to wield a firearm."
Okay, so in lieu of spells, you're going to do what?
Pick
Oh,
up guns
well,
pick up
what'd you
swords for
say?
other people.
What would you say you do here?
So did you? I don't know if you noticed in the middle of this last fight with the thing where I was trying to weasel my way into its mind to make it flat-footed for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that 8 more times, and then I am truly tapped out. So as long as the next combat doesn't last longer than what is 6 times 8?
48.
48. As long as the next combat doesn't last longer than 48 seconds, I should be okay. All else fails, I do have this stick, and I can hit things with it. But I would rather not do that, because that puts me very much in direct harm's way.
Yep. Okay.
Fast forward to next episode. Everyone's
and
down.
I
It's just
do have
silence.
I do have exactly 1 spell left.
I bet you're
And
wondering
I
if
would be
got
lying if I wasn't going to tell you that it is for Wisp Ally.
Okay.
You have that spell that allows you to sleep for 24 hours. Because I've got
Yeah.
that first.
So communal bond is if the only argument I would have for like rushing there is communal bond is still up. It lasts 10 minutes per level. So that's 80 minutes.
Yeah.
But it sounds like Patrick has said that maybe only like 15 or 20 has passed. So I guess I still have an hour of communal bond. So I guess we can actually take a slight 10-minute. But I do have one more spell, which will, because communal bond is still up, will be Wisp Ally. And then I'm going to sow doubt on everything that exists. And then I will be thoroughly useless.
Can I at least take some time to share Skye with those in my party so that we all have stabilize capabilities?
Can you do that multiple times?
To take 1 minute or 10? I'm not sure.
Oh, I was about to say you're looking up like the answer was somewhere on the ceiling there, but
It takes 1 minute, and I can grant tattoo and magic ability to another creature for 24 hours. And then everyone in the party would have the same tattoo abilities I do.
As a mystic, I can stabilize things at will. So that
Yeah,
do
I mean, so you don't need it, but the rest of the
Everybody
party.
else.
I can also, I
Doesn't
mean, if you accept my tattoo, you not only get stabilized, but also chromatic safeguard.
What does that do?
Grants energy resistance orb things.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'm squishy. I need all the help I can get in that department.
I mean, it's only useful if we're fighting something that does energy damage, but you know,
I mean, does it help against acid?
it can.
I almost guarantee you we are going to get hit with something acidic. So I think it's going to be great. I'm all for it.
alrighty. So do you guys want to move on then?
Yeah, a few minutes to prep, and then we're good to go.
Yep.
Bam, move this party forward. As you race through the halls, it's not very far away from the northwest ventricle. When you get to the central core of this station, and you see what looks like Midnight Squad kind of firing in the air at nothing. They don't look super good. They don't look super solid. Let me give a description of the room, because this central chamber, a strange organic tower 30 feet high and built of chitin and stretched tendons, rises in the center of this large kind of domed area. It kind of raises like a cathedral's ceiling towards an opening at the top of the station. You see small antennae sprouting along the height of this tower as thick veins ripple and twitch with every movement. There are large bulbous sacs filled with fluid ringing the bottom of this tower. Two very large ones squeeze between tall cylinders made of bone-like material. And there's a very unusual heat that suffuses this chamber. As you walk in, you're hit with a wave of moist kind of air. Immediately begins beating up on your suits. The air feels dense and electric as steam rises from the tower's base. You see what looks like gas escaping from various ports just every few seconds. The chamber's ceiling indeed kind of puckers and opens up orifice like above the tower. I can't believe they got away with this, but like a giant like a giant sphincter is how they've described it in the book. It's like, yeah, well, okay, we understand.
Yeah. I got it from the puckering hole. Yeah.
I'm sorry there's not more artwork of. Let me just double check that they didn't draw the giant penis tower beneath the puckering sphincter anywhere else in the book, because I feel like Tyler needs the visual representation, and he's just not getting it.
He can't imagine it himself.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad we have it.
No, I'm checking for you. I don't think there is.
Oh, I hope we don't have it. I thought you were just pulling it up.
See, I don't think they. Oh no, there is artwork. Here we go. Bam. I'll put it in the Discord. This is from. Well, no, I can't even show you this because there's spoilers in this artwork. Oh, this is such a shame.
Scared.
But yeah, I mean,
spoil that booty hole for me there, Patrick. Don't you spoil it for me?
Well, unfortunately, the giant sphincter is not represented in the art, but the tower is. It is a living tower, and
cowards.
It's a little confusing of what's going on here. But indeed, as you get closer to Midnight Squad, you see them fighting what looks like ghost-like wraiths, kind of flying in from all direction, and they call out to you. Transparent. It seems like also they are somewhat muted when Tress calls over, between slicing some things in half with a psionic blade. Listen, we don't have much time, Viridians. We triggered some kind of failsafe and seem to be exiting this plane of existence. We're going to deal with whatever we meet on the other side, but we need you here to deal with whatever this thing is. I don't know how to say this, but I don't think it is a giant wang. I think it's something much worse. It could be a trap or something by the swarm. Don't get caught lowering your defenses around it. That's for sure. But you figure out a way to neutralize whatever this is and the colony threat on this side, where if we don't come back, we have some things in the spaceship that we need you to get to our families, our friends. You see them kind of disapparating one by one here, as it looks like someone's gone back in time and killed their parents. They're just like slowly fading out of the picture as Tress disappears, and Zinnia comes over to you, Asher, maybe tries to put a hand on your shoulder, kind of goes through and says, you have to be strong now for your team. You've noticed, as well as we have, that these have the same living tattoos as you do, these swarm components. It means they likely took something from you, your people, without asking. But it's what they do. They only think of survival. They only think of replication.
That doesn't surprise me. They've taken everything from me.
They're certainly takers, but they can't take what you have left, and that is something to actually fight for. It's something they'll never understand. You, I can tell, have a score to settle. So use your instinct, use your tattoo, and we'll see you on the other side. As she finishes talking, maybe mid-sentence, she completely disappears, but her voice kind of lingers on behind, coming through your comms, fading out of this plane of existence. You watch the rest of Midnight Squad, one by one, piecing out. The last of them, the diminutive Sprouts Marlowe, who's, nonchalantly kind of turning around, striking a pose. He says, "Make us some coffee ramen, chums, and keep it warm for us. We might be a while, see? But don't you worry, this ain't our first rodeo, and it's not our first reality-bending demigod we've had to kill." With that, all of Midnight Squad disappears, and you're left alone. Boy, those
in
guys
this
are cool,
chamber.
huh?
I wonder if we'll ever see them again. Probably not. Unfortunately. Probably not. But yeah, so you guys are left here. What would you like to do? Got a big old bulbous tower with 3 huge sacs underneath it.
Oh,
I mean, it
guess.
seems normal to me. This just swarm stuff, right?
I'm pretty sure the swarm just do this everywhere they go. Does anybody have a guess as to what you're looking at here?
A breeding ground, like a nest of some kind?
Because
Although we
of
just
the phallic
came from
imagery.
Something similar.
It's thinking.
You think it's its brain?
The swarm Huang. Well, some swarm have a brain in their
You're gonna say
their
some
lower
swarm have a
regions.
wang.
They took over a species that has the largest third leg. They thought it was a third leg. They're like, wait a minute. That's not.
This
Hold on.
doesn't support any weight. I hate this leg.
I'm gonna go with amplifier for 5,000.
Ooh, another psychic amplifier like the one that was being haphazardly built in the
Yes.
Tevnina Surge's vehicle. Right. Well, how would you like to start your investigation into said tower?
Mysticism check.
Check. I don't think you're sensing any magical things about here. But as you get closer to the tower, you get a weird feeling kind of cascading over you. Can you give me well, actually, are you all going into this room getting, I guess, as close as I've moved your minis here to investigate? Feel free to place yourself around this chamber where you like it. It's a huge circular chamber.
Before we do that, can I take Zinnia's advice and use my tattoo to cast Chromatic Safeguard? Technically, everyone could, but...
Can everyone? I think, aren't you still just limited to one person?
I don't think so.
So once per day, a Trizarka can spend a minute in physical contact with a willing creature.
Is there a limit to how many willing creatures I can contact?
Well, it says once per day for tattoo transference.
Oh, okay.
So I figured
All
it's
right,
just
fine.
Tyler getting a...
Sure, that's fine.
the rich getting richer. More spells for Tyler.
Well, he can't use a gun, apparently. I mean, it's not that hard.
You're just,
Terrifying. You pull the
You're
you're
trigger.
just doing everything to try to give him something. Tyler, something to do.
You need
You want a gun? You
something
want
to
some
do.
spells? Can I give
I'm
you
not.
my armor?
Listen, I made this character so I didn't have to roll d20s. I'm not giving up that.
All right, but I would like to cast Chromatic Safeguard around my party. I guess I should stay near them. I don't know. I think I get to choose one and...
Romantic safeguard.
Hit
I mean, it lasts an
4,
hour per
5.
level. And then
Yeah, so I
it's-
get 5 wisps at this point.
You determine one, the other are.
I can choose one, and the others are randomly chosen. So, acid for one of them.
Do they have to be different?
No, I just have to roll randomly for the others.
Oh, you can have multiple wisps of the same color. Okay, yeah, let's roll them.
So I get 5 total. One of them is acid, so I'll roll for 4d6. The other 4. So 2 5s, which is electricity, 1 fire, and 1 cold.
Okay. No more sonic or acid. But write those down. Write that down. Write that down. Tyler, do you want to go ahead and cast this as well? You have the
I already did. My brother. I'm also doing acid, but I get a electricity, 2 sonics, and a fire.
Cannot roll another acid. Cannot roll. No one can roll a 6 on all these. Okay. All right. So you're casting those, but are after this, or I guess I should say before you move in. Does anybody else have any other prep actions they want to do? Because you do get a weird feeling coming off this thing as you go in to investigate, and it's not just because it looks like a ding dong. Everyone, make me a will save.
Well, that's not ideal.
All right, well, it's been fun, gang.
Wish I had that mind to 3.
Jeez.
Drew's like, see you later.
Drew clutched up.
Okay. Well, maybe.
Drew, can your will be that low? Is that street legal in this game?
Straight legal? It is.
My heavens.
It's
My,
wisdom score, awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Jabert, Praetor's fort and reflex are that low. They're both low.
My heavens. Oh, goodness.
My totals
roll.
My totals go 3, 3, 12.
Oh, wait, you already did roll. Oh, man, and you rolled the success. This is only DC 17, so believe it or not, only Asher and Skye is affected by a little bit of the shaken condition. As you get closer to this thing, you just feel kind of a dark emanation kind of coming down, maybe from towards the top of the tower. Bingo. I'll keep that here. So shaken condition as even Skye begins to tremble somewhat at this thing. You don't feel, Praetor, as you get close to it, a large magical presence coming off of this thing. This looks to be some kind of bioengineering project the Swarm have made. So if you guys want to make a perception check or an engineering check, I can tell you what your characters might think this is.
I hate all of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've rolled pretty well. I think Asher and Skye, even with this shaking condition, goes up and examines these huge fluid-filled sacs between the bone structures at its base.
They said fluid-filled snacks, and I said, yum.
I wish.
Like gushers?
Yeah. Let me at them. Yum, yum.
Praetor, with your roll here, you're looking from the top down, maybe looking for some of the things you saw on the Thunderstone. And you do see what looks like dozens of psychic amplifiers, but they are like on the outside of this structure. The superstructure itself is something different, because Asher and Skye, what you find at the bottom is these sacs are slowly emptying. You watch as they seem to be fueling up this rocket in the middle of the chamber.
Oh my.
Some kind of launch is imminent in the middle of this room. As you come to this realization, you see like a wave move across the face of the superstructure, as you see what's another way to say swarm with a lower S? A squadron.
Swath.
A what?
Swath.
Yeah, a good swath. It is hundreds of these small, tiny swarm creatures that seem to be going over the surface of the rocket. And yeah, as you're looking it over, you also see a very large creature, a massive creature, swarm creature, beginning to move down the side of the structure. Let me show you the art that I could not show earlier. Try to. Do I have this saved anywhere? All right, give me 1 minute. I'm sure I have this saved in my notes, but I'm trying to get it into the Discord, which is a little different. You see a very large, bulbous, winged swarm component. Huge creature coming down the side of the tower, and indeed flanked by some of the other smaller swarm bits and bobs. And as it does, it lets out a psychic scream in your direction as you feel the entire structure, the entire station, kind of amplifying this creature's impassioned psychic scream that spells out in your mind, to be continued. Yeah. Oh, we're in for a boss fight next week, and the week after that, I think Midnight Squad might be in the same situation.
Oh my heavens!
Oh boy.
But that's going to do it this week. I hope you're not sick of new weird swarm creatures.
Yep.
I hope you're not, Miles. I just said that. I hope, man, because I got another weird one coming for you.
Well, I'm here to dash your dreams.
Yeah, we're recording this before Thanksgiving, but this is coming out after Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have and will have had a good Thanksgiving. You do.
I hope so too.
I'm excited.
We will.
Gobble gobble.
Getting big old turkey this year. Big old turkey.
I don't have to do a turkey this year. Let's go.
Nice. You heading to family or?
Oh no, I'm cooking, but I just told everybody I wasn't going to do a turkey this year because.
Oh, okay. What are you making instead? Brisket?
Yeah, well, no, we're doing Tex-Mex Thanksgiving, so it's going to be smoked pork tacos, a chili con carne, and some homemade tamales.
Nice.
No,
that's not Thanksgiving, Tyler.
I always theme Thanksgiving because I could give a rat's about traditional Thanksgiving food. I'll make it. Sometimes I do it, but.
So my brother-in-law does the meat for our Thanksgiving, and apparently he is making us beef ribs.
Oh, nice. I love
and
beef
also
ribs.
turkey breast, but turkey breast is an aside to the beef ribs. So
Yeah,
There
for sure.
you guys.
Yeah, that's not.
I just like once you make.
I don't even like it when people serve ham. Ham should be nowhere near Thanksgiving.
Oh my god!
That's a
for you to
Christmas
be such a
thing.
traditionalist on this is shocking.
Turkey's good, and I don't get.
I'm not saying it's
once a year.
bad. I'm just you get
That's
sick
gonna
of making
do it for this episode. I'm sick. I wish I didn't bring this up at all.
this Thanksgiving slander.
This is the worst ending of an episode ever. I can't wait to crit you guys next week. But that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thanks for playing with me, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Listeners, thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the next Cosmic Crit.
Good night.
Yeah.
So long.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, the Starfinder role-playing game, and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.